Hi Capricorn, welcome to 2014 Year Ahead Astrology Forecast. Now you start off the year with a bang because we have the new moon in Capricorn and it's a supermoon. We have 5 supermoons in 2014, 2 of them are in Capricorn. The new moon on January 1st, Happy New Year, and the supermoon, the full moon is a supermoon on July 12th. And so, Capricorns, you're going to continue to be major players in 2014 in the world transformation that is occurring with this Pluto-Uranus. Your new moon, which is a supermoon, and a supermoon is where the sun, where the moon is closest to the earth and in direct alignment with the sun and the moon, and which makes it an extra powerful moon. So both of your moons in 2014 are supercharged, extra powerful, and very important, very significant for everyone, especially for you because it's your moon. So this is your new moon that happens on January 1st, and it's at 11 degrees, sun and the moon conjunct, 11 degrees Capricorn, squared by Uranus, opposed by Jupiter, and now squared by Mars at 12 degrees Libra, which brings up the Libra new moon on October 4th. So what was going on for you in October, you may be feeling some of that energy in January. This is 4 squares and 2 oppositions, and now Mars, which is the warrior planet, is involved in it. And so Mars is going to continue to go over the Pluto-Uranus in 2014 until we have the final Uranus-Pluto square on March 17th, 2015. So January is going to be intense. The most intense times of the year will be January, and then April, and October. Now, for you, this is about, of course, how you're presenting yourself in the world, where you need new beginnings, what's going on in relationships, what's going on where you're living, who you're living with, what's going on in your career. Now, Venus is helping to smooth things over because Venus is camped out in your sign until March 6th, and that's always good because Venus brings us new opportunities, Venus makes us look better, Venus makes us feel better, and Venus is helping you. So the goddess of love and abundance and beauty is on your side and helping you. So is Jupiter, because Jupiter, even though it's opposing, it's in the 7th house of relationships. So partners can be helpful, friends can be helpful, comfort can come to you through allies, friends who want to help you and support you. And having Mars in the area of your career, your reputation in the world, your profession in the world is a benefit. Mars will be there for 8 months. So Mars is helping you advance in your career. Mars is helping you to achieve more recognition and accomplish more in your professional life, which is always good because when we move up professionally, we earn more money. And there isn't anything affecting your money houses. No, so this really is a very continuous theme that you've been going through 2012, 2013, it continues in 2014, which has to do with, you know, do you need to get on a new life path? Do you need to change your career? What changes do you need to make? Now, I have tools here for you to help you do that. You click on these tools and you go to my coaching pages on my home website. These tools are here to help you. And I'm going to continue to add more as the months go by. And you know, the new one I have here is the shift for visionaries. I added the personal vision path. So a lot of you follow the readings, you know, for the signs, but you don't follow my monthly new moon and full moon reports, which are like dynamo, awesome, and my newsletters and my blog, right, which are dynamo and awesome. And I give out a lot of tools, you know, perks. There's perks to follow my new moon and full moon reports. And the one I gave out for the Sagittarius was the personal vision path tool. This is a tool that can really help you. You go to my website, click on personal vision path, and you know, and one of the questions is asked is, what would you do if you were 10 times bolder? What would you do if you were 10 times bolder? I'm passionate. And so, you know, because Pluto is power, but it can also scare us, right? And so, but what would you do if you weren't scared? What would you do? What would you do with your life if you were fearless? What would you be doing with this energy if you were fearless? Use these coaching tools. Another one I have is called Shift for Visionaries. Many of you that do follow my blogs and my newsletters and my website and my podcasts, whether you're listening to me through the audio or through the YouTube video watching me, many of you are visionaries, which means you can see into the future. You see the bigger picture. You see more clearly into the present. But visionary also have challenges, and one of them is to see the present as perfect. No, it may not be what you want, because I know the Pluto-Uranus has been breaking down, you know, health issues and financial issues, relationship issues with many of the Cappies, Saggies and Cappies, Capricorns. However, the present gets you to where you want to go. And use this Shift for Visionary tool because it's a wonderful coaching tool to really look at how you can actualize your vision. What is it that you vision for yourself in 2014, 2015, 2016? What do you want to see happen in the next 6 months? Okay? These tools can help you achieve that. And you use the energies to create what you want. But you have to see what you've got as a building, a stepping stone. And that's what I mean by the present is perfect. Doesn't mean we have everything we want or we like the way it is, but we see it as a visionary that it is helping us actualize to where we want to go and where we need to be. And that requires growth. That requires us to change. And change is not the enemy. Change is an ally. There are things about us that we need to let go of. And Pluto and Uranus are pointing that out. And so the more flexible you are to change, the easier this is. The more you let go of control and it's got to be this way and it's got to look this way and I got to do it this way, the more you release that and just flow, the easier it gets. Much easier it gets. You don't have to control everything. Control is an illusion. We are in so little control of anything. The only thing we can control is how we respond. The only thing we control is how we respond to what others are throwing at us or what circumstances are throwing at us or whatever's going on outside of us. We have no control over. Our control comes from how we take care of ourselves, how we empower ourselves, how we love ourselves, how we nourish and nurture ourselves so that we show up proactive, future-focused, present, and able to take advantage of opportunities. And I love Will Smith. Will Smith said something that I think is really profound, which is he never works to get ready. He's always ready. In other words, you know how like I'll have a new part in a movie or I'll have a new part doing this. And so people are always, you know, I got to work out to get myself ready. Well, he says be ready. Don't get ready, be ready. So always work out and work hard so that you're ready for whatever is coming at you and towards you. Now, Mars is going to be activating the Pluto-Uranus all of 2014, and I'll talk about that in the monthlies. It doesn't finish until June 25th. That's the last time it opposes Uranus in 2014. And so, you know, it's going to be going over things throughout the year. And again, you know, I don't think like anything's going to be new for you that's happening that hasn't, you've already dealt with a lot of curveballs. You've already dealt with a lot of changes you've had to make. So I think this is more of a continuing theme of that. And again, if you're not resisting change, if you're not resisting what's going on, then you're flowing with things and you're riding the wave and the opportunities will come. Pluto is not an unlucky planet. And Pluto is in your sign, giving you power. It's where we get in trouble with Pluto is we try to control outcome, we try to control other people, we try to control situations. We get scared, we don't want to do anything, we do the my way or the highway, and that backfires with this energy. That will blow up. It's more like, okay, I'm going to use this to transform myself. You are the caterpillar turning into the butterfly, and that growth is going to come, and you could go willingly or you can go screaming. That's Pluto. I'm channeling the planets. I support whatever you choose. I'm not attached to what anyone chooses. But the more you choose right for yourself, the easier things will be. And that's all any of us can really do, is do what's right for us. Choose what's right for us. And that's when you pull in your higher power, right? Your mighty I am presence never descends into the physical. Your mighty I am presence is the God part of you. It's always in the etheric. So what we want to do is we want to pull more of that God consciousness into our daily consciousness, get the ego out of the way, and move from the soul self. The soul self, the higher self, is the God stuff of you. And that is always available when you pull it in. Fear pushes it away. When we're in fear, we're not coming from our higher self. Your higher self is never scared. There's nothing to fear. And so use your power, your soul power, your higher self power, to make right choices for yourself. And go with the flow. If you need to change something, change it. Be open to change. Be flexible. The more flexible you are, the more adaptable you are, the easier this is. You have the power. You have Pluto in Capricorn. You are directing this. Pluto is the most powerful planet in all of them. And I could do a whole video on Pluto. Pluto is not an asteroid. Pluto is not, they don't even know what Pluto really is. You have to go to the mystery schools to understand what Pluto is. And but Pluto is power and transformation. And when you use it for God's will, divine will, you are in power. You are developing self-mastery and demonstrating it. When you use it for egoic will, I'm going to control others, I'm going to be scared, I'm going to, fight and resist, it backfires. And so be in the divine power. Be in your mighty I am presence. Pull that mighty I am presence into your four lower bodies, your mental body, your spiritual body, your physical body. And you will, an emotional body, and you will be the director of your life. And that is well received by Capricorn, because you rule the area of life that has to do with leadership, CEO, royalty, but based on earning it through hard work, perseverance, talent, your ability, your skill. And so that continues for you. Mars is up there helping you achieve that. So, like I said, Uranus and Pluto are going to square April 21st. So April is a really intense time. April is a time where we have two eclipses. We have a 25-degree Libra eclipse on April 14th and 15th, followed by another solar eclipse on April 28th and 29th at 9 degrees Taurus. And so the Libra is going to open up career opportunities for you. The Libra eclipse is going to advance your career and your profession in the world. The Taurus eclipse is about travel, it's about your future vision, it's about your beliefs, it's about your truth, it's about expansion of consciousness. So this can be opportunities to go to school or travel and teach, or start an internet marketing business that expands your business in the world, your reputation in the world, your profession in the world. And then in October, it's going to be crazy time, because Mercury will be retrograde October 4th through the 25th. And we have two eclipses. We have another total lunar eclipse on October 8th and 9th. And this one is at 15 degrees Aries. And then the final partial solar eclipse, but it doesn't matter that it's partial or annular, because they are eclipses. And it's a solar eclipse at 0 degrees Scorpio on October 23rd. And so this is, for you, it's about where you live, your foundation. For some of you, you may be moving in October, or you may be doing renovations in October, buying real estate, selling real estate, renting real estate, moving, doing things in the home. And then the Scorpio one is about fun. It's about adventure. It's about, so the Taurus one is about true love and romance and creative risk-taking. And the Scorpio one is about your goals, your hopes, your wishes, your friends. So April is a really intense time. January is going to be intense too, because we have two supermoons. We have the Capricorn new moon, that's a supermoon, and then the Aquarius new moon is a supermoon on January 30th. Venus will be retrograde all of January till February 1st. Then Mercury goes retrograde February 6th through the 28th. So this is a good time to review things. It may not be the best time to start anything new, because even though it's the Capricorn new moon, Venus is in your sign and she's retrograde until February 1st. Then Mercury goes retrograde all of February. So, and then Mars goes retrograde the 1st of March through May 20th. So the first few months of the year may be about reviewing and reflecting and reevaluating, looking at your goals, looking at your relationships, looking at your work, what needs to change. I would say, you know, don't wait for the Mars, for sure. And with the reason I don't like to start anything with Venus retrograde is because Venus rules money and she rules what you love and value. And when she's retrograde, you could change that. So like you could start a new relationship, which can bring a past love back for you guys too. You know, you could start a new relationship or start a new job, and then she goes direct and it's like, I don't really know if I like this job, or I don't really know if I like this person I'm with. I liked them when Venus was retrograde, but now she's direct. And not so, it's good. You know what I mean? It goes from hot to lukewarm. You can't wait with Mars retrograde because Mars is, you know what I mean? Like the retrogrades don't finish in 2014. Like all of us are having to do this review and reflect and take our time and be patient in 2014. But you know, like if you're out of work and you're looking for a job, take it onto any retrograde. You know what I mean? If you've been out of work and you need to work, you need to take a job, take it. You can always change it later. I like to wait when things are direct, because when something's in reverse, we don't have all the facts. We don't have all the figures. We don't know everything that's going on. We got Venus in reverse. We've got Mercury going in reverse. Then Mars goes in reverse. That's how we go into 2014. That tells me we're still reviewing and reflecting and absorbing what happened to us in 2013. And so I would say, you know, why push it? Now, again, if you're out of work and you need to, you know, get a job, take it. However, if you're in a job and you're looking to get promoted, you may want to wait until Mars goes direct in May. And, you know, like by June, because April's going to be crazy. And we're in reverse. We go into the new year with Venus retrograde, and then Mercury goes retrograde, and then Mars goes retrograde. And these planets are so important to us because they're very personal for all of us. And for you, Mars is going to retrograde in the 10th house, which means, you know, you can start something, but then you may want to change it. But if you wait until Mars goes direct, May 20th, then it's clear speed ahead, because we're past the April. April is going to be super intense. And Mercury's retrograde February 6th through the 28th. And, you know, you don't want to start a new job on a Mercury retrograde because you don't have all the facts. But if you have to, like I said, if you're not working and you need to work, do it. Do it. You know, take what's available. You can always change it later. And it's a lot easier to get a new job when you're already in a job. It's harder to get a new job when you're not in a job. It's like a relationship, right? So wait on relationship too. You know what I mean? Like, this is not the time to start anything new. You may, for those of you that are single, you may find that someone from your past comes back, and that, you know, a past love reemerges. And that's fine, because you're going back and you're reworking a relationship, or you're going back and you're starting again with someone. And, you know, so that's fine to do that. And you know, the planets are doing what they're doing, and the energies are where they are. The Libra and Aries eclipses are going to start really moving things forward for you in 2014, and especially 2015. And the finishing touches of the Taurus and the Scorpio have to do with relationships, the love you give to others, the love you receive from others. Now, you know, Saturn, your ruling planet, is working for you in Scorpio. It harmonizes with all of you. So Saturn is supporting you to make more money, to move up in your profession, to advance in work. Neptune is working for you because Neptune and Chiron are in Pisces, which also harmonizes with you, which supports you. Jupiter is working for you because it's in Cancer, and Jupiter is, like I said, bringing opportunity and comfort to you through relationships. For those of you that want to get married, you could get married in 2014. You could marry the old love that comes back, or you can meet someone new and get married with Jupiter in the 7th house. That can bring a very good partner for you. And Jupiter will be in the 7th house until July 17th, and then it moves into Leo, which is even deeper intimacy for you, and money coming to you through insurance payout, tax payout, royalty payout, money coming to you through your partner's resources, inheritance. So that's good for money. So money is good for the Capricorn in 2014. None of these planets are affecting anything that has to do with money or relationship. It has more to do with your own soul evolution, your personal evolution, the path that you're on. And, you know, like I said, January is going to be intense because I think there's going to be, you know, people kicking up, causing trouble, you know, people starting trouble. But if you don't dial into it, it won't affect you. In other words, if you're focused on your goals and your projects and what you want to do, it doesn't have to bother you. We have 2 new moons that are super moons in January, which is going to really make things intense. Venus in reverse, it's going to, can create false starts in projects, so that's kind of a delayish energy. And then February, Mercury goes retrograde, and then April, super intense. We got the exact Uranus-Pluto square, but again, I'll talk about these when we get into the monthlies. October, super intense. Then we have the final Uranus-Pluto on December 14th, but I don't think December is going to be as intense because Mars will be in Sagittarius. It will move through your sign. It will be in Sagittarius, then it'll move into your sign. The Uranus-Pluto will not have as much effect. Jupiter will be in Leo, now in harmony with Uranus, not touching Pluto. So it won't be as intense. I think the most intense time is going to be April and then October, but April the most. And so, as we get closer, we'll work with the energies. Ride the wave. Just keep riding the wave. Keep doing what's right for you. When you do what's right for you, it's right for others. There's help and support coming to you through other people, through friends, through partners, through your husband, through your wife. For those of you that are single and looking, some of you could get married in 2014. It could be a new marriage on the horizon for you. It's like rebirth awaits. There's plenty of energy for work and the home front. You'll move up in your career in 2014. You'll get a promotion in your work in 2014. Good time to start a new business. Good time to launch a new project, a new career, or advance in your career, advance in what you're doing. I like to wait till Mars goes direct, May 20th on, or before Mars goes in reverse. March 1st, because it is in the career sector with you, but it's working to promote you, to advance you, to advance your career in 2014, advance your presentation, your self-presentation, your self-image. Venus is there to boost that for you through March 6th. And you end 2014 with Venus in Capricorn again. How cool is that? So Venus is really camped out for you. Venus wants to improve your self-image, improve how you appear to others, improve your outlook on life, improve your physical body, improve your personality, improve your personal involvements. You're changing your self-image, you're changing how you present yourself to the world, and it's awesome. It's very important. So go with the changes. Do the inner makeover. That's what coaching is about. Do the outer makeover, do something, change your clothes, change your hair, change your style. Do something that makes you work with the energies. Release and let go outworn identities. Release and let go of what no longer serves you. The more you do that, the easier it gets. And then these energies are carrying you. They're carrying you to your new relationships. They're carrying you to your new friends. They're carrying you to your new opportunities and the world is your oyster. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, and sharing my podcast, Capricorn. You're so awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you would like to work with me, it's very easy. The links are below. And until next time, who cares if the sky cares to fall in the sea? Who cares what banks fell at Yonkers? As long as you've got the kiss that conquers, why should I care? My life is one long jubilee, as long as I care for you and you care for me.